out to a spring break that's a lot different than the usual time to kick back and relax. Mika Nichols traveled to New Orleans to see how some high school students are using their break to make a big difference for a city still struggling to get back on its feet.
Spring break, usually a time for fun in the sun. But for this group of teens from Michigan, it's about work boots, hard hats, and getting down and dirty.
I want stuff to get better, get more help to those who can't do it. So I'm coming down on my spring breaks to give back.
Amanda and about 140 other high school students joined the National Relief Network, an organization dedicated to volunteerism. Each volunteer raised more than $500 and took a 22-hour bus ride to spend their spring break here in St. Bernard Parish, Louisiana, an area hit hard by Hurricane Katrina.
It's really exhausting at points, but in the end, it's worth a good cause.
The volunteers start their day around 6 a.m. at a camp just a few miles away from the work site. Then it's on to a bus for a ride into one of the many neighborhoods the hurricane left devastated back in 2005. It's a shock for some to see that a natural disaster could cause such lasting destruction.
When I first came here and I saw everything that was still destroyed, it hurt when I saw it, and I really wanted to help.
And so they work, shoveling, hauling, cleaning out New Orleans area homes that were almost destroyed by Katrina. Houses on this street were submerged in floodwaters up to the rooftops. Inside, everything from the floors to the ceiling fans suffered water damage. The job for these teens is to clean each home with care in conditions that are sometimes
Just burns a lot.
a little dangerous. After a full day's work, this is what they've accomplished, a pile higher than the house itself. Now, it may look like junk, but these are the belongings of a family who fled Hurricane Katrina 19 months ago, leaving everything behind.
Sometimes we'll find things like photo albums and like antique stuff, and we'll try to save that just in case they want to keep that if it's preservable. And it kind of makes you wonder, like, wow, what was their life like and what are they doing now?
From appliances and insulation to the most personal belongings like clothing, it's evident the family who once lived here thought they'd be coming back soon. These teens are working to make that homecoming a reality. A home that was once destroyed on the inside now has clean floors and a foundation for a new beginning.
Last year we met homeowners and they're so grateful. They don't even, you don't have to say anything and they'll just start crying, and it feels so good inside. You know that you touched them in such a way and they love you.
The students are part of a growing national trend. According to a recent study, volunteerism among teens has doubled since 1989. And with thousands of New Orleans homes still needing volunteers, organizations like the National Relief Network are always looking for more helping hands.
There's still a lot more work to be done. You know, I would highly recommend that any high school student contact the National Relief Network to find out how their school can come down and lend a hand as well.
And while working in the hot sun under extremely rough conditions might not sound like a relaxing way to spend your spring break, the students we talked to said it was worth it.
It's fun even though you're not hanging out on some beach or whatever, and it helps other people out.
Mika Nichols, Channel 1.
To do your part for the victims of Katrina, check out the charity guide on channel1.com. Then use our interactive map to gauge Katrina's enduring impact on the Big Easy. After the break, one high school athlete whose winning ways stretch beyond the basketball court.